This is the race committee. The wind sampling period is complete, and this race is live.
After the waiting, we are good to race in race number 11 in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series off the coast of Barcelona. It will be INEOS Britannia coming in from port and Rossa Prada Pirelli coming in from starboard. This is one we have been waiting for. Both teams on 2 points.
Wind is very unstable. I think we can expect, well, the unexpected.
We get hit. Okay, what, heading at Finland? Here. Nice, back it up. Square line, square breeze at the moment. Backing away, okay, clear.
INEOS Britannia bang on into the start box. 5 seconds counting to see how Rossa are on time and distance.
Yeah, I'm happy with the clip and tack.
Hey, stand by right turn here, guys.
Here they come. Let the battle begin.
Hey, flip the line.
He's turning up.
Clip and tack, that's pretty much what we saw American Magic do in that previous race. Light air, game plan here.
Both teams really nervous of that right-hand bottom area.
And very light, down. All the way.
Copy that.
Really, you can see a bit of action above the extra start line here.
He's on the line with a tack back, okay.
Ideally, in light airs, you want to lead back, you want to be in control of that fresh breeze. All dependent on the timing of the opposition.
Not yet.
Hey, Greeny is about 15, mid-25.
Different pre-start strategy than what we've seen previously, Shirley. Really interesting to see how both teams play this out over the next 30 seconds. Could be a split start, sorry.
In a little bit more breeze, you never see a boat go to the left-hand side, and that is exactly where INEOS Britannia is.
Thank you, safe. He's coming towards us, so slow down if you can. Just him on the soft top.
Copy.
Head-to-head here, all about when INEOS Britannia is going to attack and lead back.
Rossa will be charging the system as much as they can to try and get a big speed differential on a hook here. INEOS Britannia need to stay bow forward, force Rossa to stay behind.
Attack, probably.
Both boats on the line, ready to go for race 11. Who's going to get the advantage at the start? Counting down the clock to 0. And we are a go. Race number 11, INEOS Britannia, Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Get the first blood there to INEOS Britannia. But the split tack, they can get accelerated quickly here. They'll be in the game. Rossa having to build a bit wider on the tack there. So if INEOS can pull off a nice tack on the boundary, they should, in theory, have a small advantage.
INEOS Britannia really innovative in their start approach in these tricky conditions.
Let's go onto the water, Peter. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a strong start by INEOS. I thought they were really clever just not to sail, get in the vortex of Rossa Prada, and they've got the dividend. They're out there over on the left-hand side. They didn't have to get slowed up by the Italians. And that's a bit of a marker, I think, of for the other teams of how to manage pre-start.
This next intersection, really critical, bow on bow at the moment. The green circle representing the right-of-way boat of the Italians, but INEOS Britannia there, just a possible slight advantage there. The Italians will build speed, so decision time now for INEOS Britannia.
He would probably take for us, but keep the speed here.
Probably too close for INEOS to tack on their face.
He's going straight. Close to getting one in, but let's see how it goes.
Right turn now.
Here. Yeah.
Negative 3.
Coming on.
Okay, speed is good.
INEOS Britannia there, as Shirley said, just having to carry on, and it's really all about, when you're that close, just sailing the boat cleanly, making sure you keep clear air, and hopefully that you're going the right way with your strategy.
Maybe keep going here till nice. Backing up. Nice.
Upwind leg, mini lead changes going on between Rossa Prada Pirelli and INEOS Britannia.
And you want to go forward down. Go 3, 2, 1, mate. Channel. 1, 2, 1, going forward. 22s, 21s. Still held up in that one. It's coming. Get more heel, please, Bill.
Hey, stand by.
INEOS Britannia got a little bit slow on the exit there.
They did. Not the best tack there from INEOS Britannia. Just a little air brake there, just with the heel not being quite correct. A really nice tack there by the Italians. So
no issue.
we've seen a lead change there. Possibly a slight gain to the Italians.
Very good pressure, increasing all the time.
This is what you expect when you get two very good teams going head-to-head this early, and it is early in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. Rossa Prada Pirelli with a slight lead on INEOS Britannia as they come into the top gate for the first time. It is a 6-leg race. They'll complete leg number 1.
Coming down.
Take that left-hand marker's use, head down on leg number 2.
And all clear.
Silver Bullet has the lead at this point.
I think we're just going to follow them, boys. Keep it going.
Coming up 1.
But not too far away. INEOS Britannia.
Go well, Ben. Not mine.
They will take the same mark and follow.
Pace. Working away. 2, 1. Slow down and clear. Yours. Away. 30 seconds. Looking to clear our gas. Looking to clear our gas and jibe before him. Copy, mate. Well, my transfer. Any jibes? Yeah. Hang on, please hit.
Still not a huge amount in this. And that distance, that was all on that one manoeuvre. They didn't even touch down, just lost a few knots of pace on the exit.
Super important to execute those light air manoeuvres well, and even if you don't touch down, you know, a little over windward heel, having to pull the traveller up around your ears, you get that lift vector off the mainsail pointing to leeward for only a couple of seconds to get the heel back under control, and that lift vector being out the back is like pulling the handbrake on. So
got the pressure now. Good pump.
Big slowdown and a big wash off of speed and a deficit in distance.
Now we are a good mode, guys.
Mind the heat here.
No lower because of the traveller, I think.
Coming up a little, boys. Still another soft spot here.
Disregard the ruined angle, okay?
Copy.
Okay, we're just past J-spot. Thinking about
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate. Course length is now 1.1 nautical miles.
FP any time for me.
Stand by, guys. Good pressure, just a little further.
Yeah,
So
no
the
worries.
communication of race management, force coming in slightly, means the air is getting lighter.
One.
Hang on, this way. Guns coming.
Both boats clean jibing there. You just see the amount of camber. You can actually see the leeward skin of the mainsail, or the leeward skin mainsail of Rossa Prada Pirelli. Just mega camber there as they accelerate out of that jibe, and boat speeds of 33 knots in 7 knots of breeze is the physics are hard to understand, but it is real because we're seeing it with our own eyeballs.
Nice. One and in, thinking. Coming down a bit, guys.
Just remind our viewers, there's no winches or ropes anymore. Those guys pedaling hard at the back are moving everything.
Stand by. 3.
Yes, for all that technology, you still need human muscle and power, as they call it, the human engine. And these magnificent AC75s. There's a perfect example of one right there, the Rossa Prada Pirelli 75, heading towards the bottom mark to complete leg number 2.
Any ride height here?
I'll be looking for a right turn there, Stephen, as they come round.
And it's a tidy lead at this point of the race.
Here, guys.
But remember, they have shortened the course somewhat, which means it's getting a bit lighter. As Rossa Prada Pirelli around the left-hand mark and heading up again.
Not much in that. INEOS Britannia, a little touchdown here as they come into the bottom, struggled to exit out of the jibe. Disaster there, I think, for INEOS Britannia. They're off the foil, and that is going to be an absolute hellish manoeuvre to get through that gate. They are going to have to carry on straight, try and get the boat back on the foil again, out to the boundary, try and either tap or jibe, keep the boat on the foil to get back through the gate. So pressure time there.
Should be able to take off in this. Come down a touch if you want.
Confident comms from Benazzi, should be able to get up on this.
Potential tack round. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, as long as it looks good enough for it.
Meanwhile, in the distance behind them, Rossa Prada Pirelli is heading up the course.
Pop it into attack, mate. Yeah, let's go, boys.
Yeah, Benazzi there saying we're into attack, which is pretty much what we thought just 30 seconds ago. Attack into clear air. It's all about keeping the boat on the foil. Race not over again, but definitely got a big deficit to make up to the Rossa Prada Pirelli. Just having a look at this again now. Shirley coming through the jibe with what seemed to be quite good boat speed. So just exiting the jibe there. Just the ride height. I'm not sure whether they had a little foil ventilation there on the leeward side. It's hard to tell, but the result was that AC75 is now in the water. Just see the reaction there from the team. They know it's a big deficit to make up.
But the most important thing that they have got back up in their foils, and they will complete leg number 2, INEOS Britannia. So now they become the hunter.
Good mate, boys. 2, 1, that's course. Okay, my trap here. Your trap. Okay, transitioning to full. Yep. 3 seems okay this time.
That is the distance between INEOS Britannia and Rossa Prada Pirelli in race 11. Bit of work to do.
A little bit of work to do, but as we've seen previously, and Tom Slingsby said it well, no lead is big enough on a day like today. So
good pressure both sides.
Jimmy Spithill saying looks like good pressure on both sides, and having a look at the wind field in the future, I think we'll see that there possibly is some more pressure coming down from the top of the course, which will be a welcome sight for the crew on board with Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Pace going into those manoeuvres is so crucial, and when we see it in the low 20s, we're almost holding our breath. Here, you're right on the edge.
They are probably only 7 or 8 knots of breeze there and 32 knots of boat speed, so super impressive numbers there, but needed to pull this manoeuvre off cleanly.
Nice tack, boys. Plenty of grip.
Rossa Prada Pirelli about to complete the halfway mark of this 11th race in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. They've got a good lead now on INEOS Britannia, who came off the fours, trying to get around that bottom mark, but they're back and chasing now. This is the Hunted. The Hunter's on the way. Mother Nature has played tricks on all the boats today, so let's just wait and see what happens as Rossa Prada Pirelli heads down on leg number 4.
Only thing we've got to watch is him, obviously.
I might be speaking.
I know what you mean.
I might be speaking too soon, but Rossa Prada Pirelli look slippy. They seem to be able to escape better than most those danger moments, and we see them. They change the jib for this race. Also, perhaps they've got a little bit more power, a little bit more forgiving setup.
Nice turning. Good grip.
They can certainly put those north sails through some shape ranges, that's for sure. They've got the ability to really change gears there, and you see how deep powered they are going into the manoeuvres and how powered up they are on the exit there. Clue offset, or the sort of difference, if you like, between the two clues of those mainsails, giving an indication on what sort of depths they can get. Obviously, inside those skins is a couple of rams that slide forward on a track, so it's all sort of, you can't see it from the TV, but those rams moving back and forward, controlling the power of the bottom of those mainsails.
Keeping the speed.
We love that shot. Back of the boom.
Pressure.
Keep that in mind also for the downwind gate. Like it was hard to pick that starboard ley line.
So there's the ability, Glenn, to trim both sides of the mainsail independently. How does that work?
Yeah, so all the teams have the ability to trim both sides of the mainsail skins, both in Cunningham and in Clue. So basically the depth at the bottom, and also vertically they can change the overall camber of those twin skin sails. So all teams doing it slightly differently, but effectively achieving the same sort of aerodynamic results. And the bigger your gearbox compared to your opponent, especially in these light conditions, the better your performance is through the range. So we're seeing that really nicely with the Rossa Prada Pirelli, what they're doing at the moment. Really, really big camber in the bottom of the jib there as well. And as we see, INEOS Britannia rounding the top mark in nice pressure there, 35 knots of boat speed.
Racing committee broadcast. You guys heard the helicopter out of the way, same issue as before.
The standard comment there from Jimmy Spittle about the helicopter. It's
That's where we are right now.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 115.
High pressure on the bow here. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yes, Jimmy Spittle's not a fan of helicopters. That's the first helicopter comment of the regatta. We'll start taking notes and
thought it might have been the second or the third or the fourth, but anyway, might not have been listening properly.
I think you've been advised it's a second. So there you go. Rossa Prada Pirelli about to complete leg number 4 and race number 11 of the Louis Vuitton Cup here in Barcelona. Doing it nicely.
Hey boys,
handling the conditions perfectly.
Big push, boys.
As they now make that turn and hit up wind for the final time.
Nice. Really good speed, we can edge right.
Hey, landing up.
Good pressure straight ahead.
Also
Agree.
coming downwind there with good speed, so looks like the breeze may have slightly increased, Shirley, just from what we've been seeing before with these sort of boat speeds that we're seeing at the moment.
Hey, stand by, good speed. On, board's going. Hey, you got him right?
Yeah, yes. Probably a little bit.
Oh, you have to go fast, mate, here, see what he does. Can't go fast.
Could be a bit of an intersection here. This could be something that Ben will line these guys up.
I'm slowly up, guys.
Give me heel.
Keep getting a little further ahead. Nice. Gonna have to go all the way to get out of this gas, I guess.
Look, there might have been a bit more action there potentially, but play on, says the umpire.
2, 1.
Come on, baby.
Down here. 2.
Pressure is fine in front.
Yeah, good call on me.
Onto the chase boat of Rossa Prada Pirelli on their penultimate leg today in race number 11. Philippe Presti will have a smile on his face. They have managed the conditions beautifully today, Philippe.
Keep the speed from now on.
Yeah, well, it's not finished until it's finished. It's super marginal. Every maneuver are just on the eggs, and yeah, we need to continue that way all the way. So, these boats are so performing, but also super marginal to maneuver in this light. We try to be as high as possible, but the rudder sometimes gets very close to the water, so still not relief 100%.
Philippe, we're feeling the tension with you. Just a couple of questions very quickly. Luna Rossa looks quick. You know, how pleased are you with the performance and also the start? I mean, it's not the usual kind of way to start. You know, how innovative do you think you have to be?
Well, actually, I'm not sure that was 100% the plan, but we've got a good plan B. And if we can't get the tide to leeward, we're happy to be fast to windward and just diverge to get back to the right and use the path to the right. So I think, yeah, well, there was almost a dial-up during this pre-start, so very exciting pre-start with Ben, as always. I think we maximize our position.
All right, Philippe, thanks for your time. We'll let you sweat a little bit longer. Not almost there.
A little flatter on me.
Thank you.
Hey, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
So Philippe Presti, the coach of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, as you would expect, let's just not get too cocky about this. We may be in the lead, but as we have said before today, it's not over till it's over. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli with a solid lead against the challenger of record, INEOS Britannia, as they come to the top mark for the final time in race 11 here in Barcelona. Calm, cool, collected. You can throw every cliche out you want, but that is a direct sign of what this crew is like on Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Definitely running a pretty polished program here.
20 seconds.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Class boundary.
3, 2, 1, 4 down. Okay, nice. Yours.
Really, really nice job there. That's
We're pushing wave here.
textbook. Nice high ride height, nice smooth turn, great heel control and sail control. So for all those other teams watching, that's how you want to do it.
That was good for grip and safety, boys.
I mean, 3.5 years ago, they pushed you hard, didn't they, when you were on board with Emirates Team New Zealand? But they seem to have come back, as you say, more polished than ever. I mean, definitely they've upped a level.
Definitely saw their exhaust pipe more than we wanted to in those early races back in Auckland, but
Good pressure here.
very experienced team on and off the water, and definitely a solid team. Will be one team to watch in the future for sure. As we watch INEOS Britannia rail around that top mark,
120,
getting downwind. Only 40 knots of boat speed there, about 8 knots of breeze. Only one wobble by Luna Rossa, and the British are right back in the game again, Shirley, so still got to stay on your toes. You can't make any mistakes guiding these boats, pushing hard on the ride height.
2, 1.
Skinny rudders.
A lot of pressure on the trimmers to get that right, the accuracy of it all.
It certainly is, and those big, deep main sails generate a lot of load on those little skinny rudders, and you've got to balance that load with the front sails. So the fore-aft balance, super key to keeping that vertical shaft attached flow through the water. So you hear the team say, oh, when we get high, get that elevator close to the surface with a lot of rudder load. That's where we've seen those spin outs previously, and that can be disastrous.
Got a lovely shot here of the foiling. They are so thin.
They certainly are really pieces of engineering excellence.
Nice boys, good day.
And
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli cross the line. They get win number 3 in the Louis Vuitton Cup. Man, 3 points. They look strong, and there's just a, you'll say satisfied Rossa Prada Pirelli.
It'll be a big sigh of relief there just to get that boat across the finish line and get it back to the barn tonight. Not easy to sail in those conditions.
Okay, boys, we're going to go to board.
A really brilliant job there by Rossa to claw their way back into that race, and just an unfortunate situation there for the British. But that's yacht racing. And they'll live to fight another day.
What it continues to suggest in this regatta, you have one bad moment, even if you've got a good start, it can absolutely be catastrophic when it comes to scoring points. INEOS Britannia, the challenger of record, got to win today. They're on a 50% record on day number 3. And they will know there's still plenty of work to do, but that's what we hear all the time. They are constantly evolving their boats and the way to sail these boats. Nothing stays the same. INEOS Britannia crossed the line in race 11 and come up without any points. It's a confirmation of race number 11, and Rossa Prada Pirelli make it 3 wins in this Louis Vuitton Cup, and it's a 1 minute and 24-second win against any